Last night I stayed here in Blooming Point Beach, just in the parking lot, and super nice. Lots of sand dunes and everything, so it was a super nice spot. Other than I did get woken up multiple times because it got crazy windy out last night and just torrential downpour, raining and stuff. But other than that, nice little spot. Today I'm gonna go east, keep heading east to the eastern point of the island, and then check out some more parks and whatnot. I also have to run a bunch of errands today. I have no groceries. I barely have any food, so groceries and stuff today. And then, yeah, let's go. I just stopped a minute at a little cafe for some tea. I think my plan for the rest of the day is to go to the easternmost point, which is the East Point Lighthouse, go check that out, and then from there go to Basin Head Provincial Park and check out the provincial park there, and then go find a spot to camp later tonight. Hopefully the weather kind of clears up a little bit. It's still pretty windy and raining and whatnot, so we'll see. Lighthouse was kind of cool to check out, to actually climb up there. And then also the provincial animal is the fox, which I hadn't seen one yet, so seeing one walking around was kind of cool. I've also noticed the last couple days driving around the island, I feel like lots of people just buy empty properties here, and then they just come here during the summer and they just put their camper or travel trailer or whatever on the property, and that's it. And a lot of nice spots, especially if you're right on the ocean, so can't blame them for doing that. Which, definitely some nice spots here. finished groceries. I'm gonna go find my camp spot for tonight. I kind of have one picked out, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay there or not, so I'll go check it out. And then if not, I do have a second spot picked out. So the first one is only like a couple minutes from here. I'm in Cirrus. I don't know, probably saying that wrong. PEI. So yeah, head to my camp spot, make some dinner. If you want nice camp spots on the ocean, apparently PEI is the spot to do it. I haven't had one single bad spot. They've been all nice, like this. And look at that. Perfect. Time to head out. After sleeping here last night, actually nice quiet night, so that was great. And then today the plan is to head into Charlottetown. I think it's about an hour and a bit from here yet, so a little bit of driving, but should be good. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I don't have service right now, so I couldn't really look anything up, but once I get service I'll try and figure out what I'm doing, and then yeah, but head in that direction. Let's go. Made it to Charlottetown. Figured I'd kind of find a spot on the water and walk around a bit. There's a bunch of shops and stuff here, so figured I'd check those out. finished walking around town a bit along the water here. Super nice. They also had a little kind of market going with music and all that, so that was kind of nice to walk through. But time to head to my camp spot for tonight. I am going to stay here in town, so the spot's only like 5-10 minute drive, and then make some dinner for tonight. Made it to my camp spot for tonight. At there's a farmer's market over here, but they have a big parking lot, and there's a few other campers here too, so not by myself tonight, but hopefully there's a bit of traffic, but hopefully it's not too loud. And then, yeah, should be a good night. I'm gonna go make some dinner. Alright, today I think I'm kind of changing my mind and changing my plans a little bit. My plan was to basically go back to Confederation Bridge and then cross over and then head into Nova Scotia and like probably stay here for another day or two in Charlottetown. But I think what I want to do is I'm going to head to Woodlands Ferry and take the ferry over. It's just a bit shorter, and then I'm not backtracking all the way back to the bridge. So that's the plan today. I'm gonna head kind of towards the ferry, make some stops along the way. Yeah, that's the plan. Last night was actually surprisingly fairly quiet. I was expecting it to be a little louder just because I was close to the road, but nice and quiet. I'm gonna go ahead to Starbucks and grab a drink before I head out. My plan was kind of to stay another couple days, but I didn't really have anything else planned here in Charlottetown, so figured I'd hit the road and make my way to Nova Scotia. So I didn't realize that Canada anyways still has operating lighthouses. This one's not, but there's a few in Newfoundland and also in BC apparently that they still use them. I figured with like the modern technology and stuff we wouldn't need to have them anymore, but some of them are still operating, so that's kind of cool. And when they're not, you gotta go climb up them and check it out. My mind again. I'm gonna take the ferry today, so we'll see if I get on this one or the next one. I thought I'd be driving a bit more, but I guess not. So it's only 2:30, so I figured might as well take the ferry going across. I think it's only like an hour and 10-minute ferry, so not too long of a ferry, but doesn't look like there's a lot of cars here, and there is a ferry just pulling up right now. So if I'm lucky, I get on this one, and it's just, I wait a couple minutes and on I go. By the looks of it, I'm getting on the 3:15, so about 40 minutes and I'll be on. Camp spot for the night. Just a little spot right on the ocean. Nothing fancy, just a public parking lot, but it'll work for tonight. So officially made it to Nova Scotia. The ferry wasn't too bad, and I'm literally 10 minutes from the ferry, so just a quick drive when I got on the other side. And yeah, I'm gonna shower, make some dinner, call it a night. I'm gonna end the video there. See you in the next one.